Hi, it's me again with Corel Roll Tips and Tricks. I think this is part 5 on building this kid's racetrack. But I thought of how you could save wood when you make this. I've turned this 24 by over 19, 19 and a half by over 24 to 22 by 11.6 in wood. It doesn't really matter. This would be a nice scrap piece to use. And then I thought, let's just draw a really simple track. And the other day I used I'm holding down the control button to make perpendicular design. And then we're just going to come straight down. So I'm just making a really simple track. We don't have to cut this, but I just get out of habit. Because we're going to take the Smart Fill tool and fill that in. And I also said the other day, didn't really matter what size you started with. Well, right here, you want to have something, you want a 24-inch track, you want this to be 22 inches. Because then we're going to go to Windows, Docker's corners, and if you can see, it's already done our corners, and just hit apply. There's our new racetrack. Then we can go up to Object or Effects, Contour to the outside 1 inch. Go up here and go to Object, break Contour apart, grab the interior contour, go inside, and I'm also using rounded corners right here. So we've got that done. It looks pretty, that's a little easy, simple track. But I thought I'd go ahead and show you how to break it apart. So we need to select it all and go up to Object and break the contour of the 3 objects apart. I've got my nudge factor set on 25, so we're going to nudge that out of the way. Now, just real quickly, I'm going to go ahead and put in the puzzle pieces. We're going to use fit object to path. Let's do 6 of them. So you grab your object first, hold down the shift. Let me get this out of the way a little bit. Let me zoom in a little bit. So you've got your object, you select it first, hold down the shift, select your path, and then hit OK. I don't like where it puts some of those, so let's do this. Let's make it 7. No, you know what? Let's make it 5. Or we could go with the 6 and just have to move some of those around. So shift select the path down and hit apply. So we've got 2 that are just kind of off a little bit. It's not that big a deal because I do like object to path because it doesn't move or you don't have to break anything apart. And you could bring in indexing lines to get this perpendicular, but it's a puzzle and those 2 pieces are going to be generic to themselves. And you can see I'm off. Let me turn on my guidelines and you can get them dead on by double clicking on your X there and double click till you get the rotation and then move the rotation there. And then if you go right here, you can get it snapped too. But you're off on the center a little bit, so you need to, but then again, it's a puzzle, so we need to move that over just a hair. One other one real quick. All the rest of them look pretty good. Let's just move this guy up. This is why I like this tool. This time I'm not going to bring in the indexing line. And even if it's off left or right, it doesn't really matter. It's a puzzle. But we'll go ahead and have it snapped to there. And I can see I'm a little bit off. But then we can take our black track and move it over and take all of our parts and nudge it over to our part. Now, if we don't have any leaks, and we're going to check the 2 we moved, doesn't look like we have a leak. Think we might be good to go. So now I'm going to take my Smart Fill tool, and we do have a leak. So it's got to be leaking right there. There it is right there, even though that's not one I moved. Now this time I don't even have to cut that off. I can make it as long as I want. Take the Smart Fill tool and fill that in, nudge it. Let me change my nudge factor to something bigger. Yeah, we're at 26, and you could resize it right now if you wanted. With nothing selected, let's make our nudge factor 28. So take the Smart Fill tool, nudge that over, whoop, got another leak. So delete that last one. Our leak is that other one we moved. Sometimes it looks like on the line, but it might not be. And then Smart Fill tool, that one, and that one. So now you can actually delete that. I'm just going to nudge it down, but if we left click, right click on red and make sure it's a hairline for cutting, here's your puzzle pieces. So let's move, this back. Whoop, I did change my nudge factor. Let's put it back to 25. I think I had it on when I nudged this. Always kind of remember what your well, regardless. This is the track, and if you look, it's 26 by 18 and a half. But now these pieces are individual. So we could take this piece and put it there. I don't have too many long ones this time. But you see what I'm doing? I'm moving pieces around where they're going to kind of fit snugly. And you could do a lot. It's almost like nesting. I would not mirror it, I would rotate it. Because if you mirrored it and actually cut one upside down, it wouldn't be the same. And then, you could bring in part, and I'm not spending a lot of time on this. You could actually just manually rotate it and put that guy right in there. And look at the size, and just think about if you took your time and did a little bit better job than I'm doing there's a lot you could do with this. I don't know, you just play around. But just make sure they're not touching. Now, I didn't do a very good job on this one. If you put another couple of joints, you could really save you some time or save you some space. Let's move this one. Let's, mirroring it and really got to hurt it because it's the same thing. Well, you see what I'm talking about. I'm not really saving that much space on that one as much as I did on this one. This one had two straight pieces right there and right there. Anyway, I hope that helped just a little bit, and thank you for watching.